Hey! What?
Remember how earlier today you embarrassed yourself to that guy when he wished you happy birthday and you answered, "For you too"?
Hey, I'm trying to forget that it happened. Okay, fair enough.
It wasn't even his birthday. He probably thinks that you're an idiot.
Shut up! I will never let you forget it!
So the other day I was laying in bed and pretty much my brain reminded me of a really unpleasant and cringy moment of my life. So I thought to myself, how about, to help me forget it, I write everything that happened to me into a script, make a video about it, and share it on the internet where thousands of strangers can judge me. Because I live by the motto, the more you embarrass yourself, the less each embarrassing of those moments will matter individually. So, here I am, embarrassing myself on the internet. Yeah. So a couple years ago I got interested in learning Korean cause, no particular reason at all. And the Korean alphabet was really fun to learn. I learned it all by myself using YouTube videos and all the letters look like they're all made out of a bunch of sticks and circles and squares. I was a little stuck after learning it, like, okay, what now? And I talked to my mom about my interest in this subject and very suspiciously, the very next day she got an ad on Instagram about some Korean lessons given by a Korean institute. That's totally not like Google is listening to us through our phones or something. And that ad is what unintentionally led me to the best and also the most awkward and embarrassing moment of my life at the same time. So I got this opportunity to enroll in a class with a native teacher from South Korea, which is great. Her name was Miss Kim. Teacher Kim was extremely sweet and patient. Definitely one of the best teachers that I've ever had. She would always speak a little more slowly so we could understand and absolutely loved whenever anyone participated or tried to speak in Korean with her. The only problem was that she couldn't speak much English nor Portuguese. So we were pretty much forced to try to speak to her in our broken Korean, which yeah is the best way to learn, but anyone can understand how anxiety-inducing that can be. And so a lot of the times people would rather not answer her because they were afraid of making a mistake, even if the best way to learn is to get a bunch of stuff wrong. Because heck, even in your native language sometimes you get things wrong. Like once, in my own language, Portuguese, I wanted to ask my friend to pick up my tennis that was right next to her, but I accidentally switched the T with the P. So I sounded like, "Hey Maria, would you mind picking up my penis over there?"
Wait. You're what?
Yeah, that wasn't fun for me. She had a hard time trying to grasp for air though. That's why to this day, even though the correct terminology of this is tennis, I'll always say shoe instead. I'm not risking that again. But anyways, even though I'm not the type to participate much in class, whenever no one would respond to Miss Kim, I'd always make sure to answer her or ask questions. And she'd always appreciate me for not leaving her speaking to the wall every time. To the point where I pretty much became her favorite student. Or that's what I like to think anyways. Cause every time I missed a class, she would send a message to me like, "Hey, are you okay? The class did feel a little quiet today." And I would be like, I know I'm her favorite. And you know what? One really cool thing about Asians is that whenever Westerners speak their language, even if it's just a couple words, they get incredibly impressed. They're always just so encouraging. Annyeong haseyo. Oh my god, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen! Not gonna lie, that's pretty much how my teacher reacted every time we said literally anything. She was the best. I really admire her. And it really sucks that that awesome teacher that I had was the one that I disappointed and embarrassed myself in front of. So one day, after a year and a half of Korean classes, Miss Kim announced that she would be going back to South Korea. And due to time zone differences, she would not be able to teach us anymore. Everyone got really sad and she suggested that she'd love to meet us before leaving. And so she asked everyone if they lived around her town. And turns out I was the only one who'd be able to attend. Oh god, I wish I had just lied that I lived in freaking Antarctica or something. Because meeting someone you've only known online is always awkward. Plus, you know, I had only been learning Korean for like a year and a half. And textbook language and actually understanding it are two completely separate skills. I can read text and answer simple questions about a topic we're studying, sure, but to think and speak in Korean or create sentences in my head is like asking a 5th grader to make a meal. Sure, they can kinda do it, but it's probably gonna leave you disgusted and constipated. Not gonna lie, in all that time I was learning Korean with her, the only skill that I actually got good at was faking that I was good at Korean. I level capped my pronunciation skills, and honestly that was it. Like when you find a song in Spanish that you like, and then you practice it enough to get the pronunciation right. But it doesn't mean you can speak Spanish. And after she invited us to lunch, where only I would be able to attend, I should have looked at that situation of me sitting across from my teacher who barely speaks any of the languages that I know, and I barely speak her language, and be like, you know what, it's gonna get awkward pretty quick and it's 100% going to be embarrassing, so how about no? But instead, I said yes. But holy moly, I should have not have gone. So, I don't need to say, it was terribly awkward. The moment she said hi, and I said hi, my brain melted into its original state from the year and a half ago when I didn't speak a word of Korean, and the only thing I was able to say was 네, which is yes. Jyuna 씨, 안녕하세요. 안녕하세요, 선생님. 이렇게 만나게 돼서 너무 행복해요. 여기까지 오는 거 얼마나 걸렸어요? 네. 네? So we were both stuck there for like an hour and a half, and to help out, she had brought her teenage son with her. Cool! So now there's like 2 people that I can disappoint at the same time. Just as I thought my anxiety couldn't get higher, since we were at a Korean area in town, she spent a lot of time there and knew a lot of people. And at one point her friends came to greet us. So there were like 4 other Korean ajumas blabbing stuff I couldn't understand, and the best I could do was to nod my head pretending I could understand them, which only made me look like an idiot. Anything else than a yes? Ne? Had a high risk of giving me a seizure. My brain was so overloaded and I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to bury my head somewhere, but I literally had no escape. Thankfully, at least her friends didn't stuck with us to dinner, but the lunch was still incredibly awkward regardless. She said and asked a lot of stuff, which was definitely not a yes or no question, and I'd only be like, yeah. And you know what? I could have easily avoided all of that awkwardness if I had only studied with my other favorite teacher, Miss Yeonju, before meeting Miss Kim. Miss Yeonju is a great teacher that I've had a lesson through. Today's sponsor, italki. Italki is a language learning platform that allows you to connect with native teachers around the world for personalized one-on-one lessons. Like this one that I had with Miss Yeonju. She helped me correct my spelling mistakes and make my vocabulary sound more natural, like how Koreans talk. Just look at us having a lesson.
따뜻하다 라고 할 수 있어요.
So 따뜻하 is not only for like physically hot or physically warm.
No.
No?
It could be for people, it could be for movie, it goes to literally every situation.
italki has no subscription and you only pay for the lessons that you take. They offer so many language lessons because they have over 30,000 teachers worldwide. So if you want to learn a language, they'll have a teacher for you. I'll definitely keep having lessons with this wonderful teacher. So if you're also interested in having fun while also learning a new language, click the link in the description box below, because the first 50 people who use the promo code Jyuna will get a free $5 when you purchase $10 for a lesson credit. Again, use my promo code Jyuna to get a free $5 when you purchase $10. Thank you italki for sponsoring this video, and I guarantee you'll also not regret trying it out. But anyways, back to the lunch. You know, I was just really sad that I disappointed someone I admired. But then, she broke the silence and said something that really stuck to me. I couldn't understand 100% of it, but the message was pretty much this. So, I really wanted to thank you. You know, for participating in class a lot. Because even if you do get a lot of stuff wrong, that encourages the other kids to participate too. And ultimately, that's what matters. To participate with the class in a language you choose to learn and have fun. So I'm glad that in a way you helped everyone get a little bit out of their shells. So thank you. But yeah, we took a nice picture together and she gave me her email address in case I ever go to visit Korea. She said that she would love to have lunch again, but by then hopefully my Korean won't be sucking as much. So then we each parted ways and Miss Kim went back to Korea. I still greatly respect teacher Kim and hopefully she's doing really well. And also, side note, I hope she gently bonks her head in the right place so she could forget that lunch day. Just that Mary, she can keep everything else. But hey, if you're out there learning a new language or any skill, actually, never be scared of making a mistake. I don't recommend having lunch with your Korean teacher though. Anyways, thanks to italki for sponsoring this video. Hopefully this will encourage you to start learning a new language because at the end of the day, it's fun. But see ya! Bye!